Hello my friend, welcome to my channel. Today I've got a fall fluid mani using White Spotted by Dance Legend. I'm going in with some Wet n Wild clear on my little mat, just kind of making an area that I'm planning on trying to keep my design in as I create it and build it up. I kind of need some kind of visual to keep me, from just getting too crazy. This is Zoya Colette. And next we have Butter London, and this is Wallace. And Julie G, Eden. And China Glaze, Mustard the Courage. And finally, OPI, it's a Visa Cake. And of course the Dance Legend Spotted in white, the special polish. So I'm doing just drops and drops of all of the polishes, all willy-nilly, all over the place. I'm trying to make sure to get some of each polish kind of in the general, all overness of this mat. They are going to overlap. They're going to cover each other up. They're going to be all over each other. And that is exactly what we're wanting, because we are going to want to get all the colors in the smush factor when we, smush this all together here in just a little bit. But after I did that video with 360 Nails, the collab over our, favorite Thanksgiving polishes, I really wanted to use these for the holidays. And I decided, since I didn't have time to wear them all one-on-one or even pair them up and do twosies, I decided that I would use all the creams and the shimmers. I used all of them except for Orangey Fantastic in this manicure. And that way I get to use 5 polishes I wanted to use this season. It's an excellent type of mani for that. Now you can see that White Spotted is already kind of busting up into sales, and I just think that is so cool. I'm in love with those polishes that do that. I just think they're so neat. And one of these days I will get around to playing again with the silicone spray or the WD-40, whatever, and get it to where I know how to do it with any polish. I am going to go back in with a little bit more of that Spotted, because I want sales all over the place. Now I'm going to take my mat and I'm going to fold it in half and mush it, and then flip it around, fold it in half and mush it again. And then I'm going to do some shaking and tapping and jiggling to try to get this to spread out. There are some really thick spots on here and some really thin spots. So by pulling this mat up and doing this, I'm getting them to spread out and move around and get more even. Just kind of letting it roll around that mat. I'm going to let this dry for about 20 minutes, maybe 30, depending on what kind of polishes you've used. It could take less time or more time, but you just have to check it. And this is when you would check it right here. If you start pulling it up and it's sticking, like, really sticky, or it feels wet in your hands, then you might need to let it sit for a little bit longer. I have one little stubborn piece over here, so I'm going to go after it with the Cuticle tool. And then carefully pull all of it up. And there we go. We've got one humongous decal. Now this decal would be big enough to do 10 nails on my shorter nails. But I'm only doing 5 today. So I'm going to have some left over that I am going to hang on to, just in case I have a spot or two that I need to do some kind of repair. I have had to do that in the past. Now I don't have to do any first aid on this manicure this time, but I do like to hold on to those until I'm done with my manicure. And now I'm just trimming it out into little sections. Well, I'm trimming it up the sides because they're a little more dry and crunchy, but I'm trimming it out excuse me, into sections kind of for the size of my nails. Like that one's going to go on my pinky. And then I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this one. I want to get 3 out of this strip right here. And there we go. That one will be a nail. And then this one I'm going to cut in half. And it will cover up 2 more nails. So there's 4 of them out of the 5, so I just really need 1 out of this piece. Now if I'd been doing 10, I would have had to been just way better at trimming these out. I'm going to apply my Nailtiques Formula 2 as my base coat. Oh, and that pink staining on my nails, that is from Native War Paints. Hot Donna. I've never had a red stain my nails quite like this, so I was really surprised. I wasn't bothered though, because I knew I was going to be repainting my nails. Oh, we got a fuzzy. And hi Woody, how you doing? So there we go. And after that's dry, I'm going to apply 1 coat of Colette by Zoya. I love this cinnamon looking color. It's got so much shimmer and shine going on to it. It's just a beautiful shade. I really do love it. It's perfect for fall or autumn. And you don't have to make this coat like perfect. You don't have to worry about it being even and opaque. This is just something just in case you get like a little boo-boo, or there's a thin spot, or it doesn't take, the decal don't cover it all. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with the Pro FX Sticky Base coat, and this will give it a sticky tacky layer for my decals to stick to. You might want to do this 1 fingernail at a time. I don't know if I did that this time or not, probably not, but I do go in the order of how I applied it. Like this one's probably the first one I applied it to, so that's the one I'm using. It gives the other ones a chance to dry down. Then I'm going to use my little scissors and trim this down a little bit more. Makes me feel better to do it that way than to have to clean it all up with acetone. And I'm going to use this little cutting tool or cuticle tool that I got out of a Model 1's kit. And I'm just going to kind of break off, cut off, pinch off this excess. I don't have a lot of it because I trim these decals down to fit pretty well to each nail. And so I don't have a whole lot that I need to kind of trim down on that. And then now we're going to go in with the acetone and my cleanup brush. And I'm just going to clean up around the edges and also tap the edges very lightly and get that decal to melt down onto the nail. This works really, really well, but you have to be careful with it. I'm quite heavy-handed, so I have to really pay attention. You just tap, 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 you know. Make a quick, short little burst, and you should be okay. I got decal stuck to my finger. And you can see I'm just laying that brush kind of, and I'm not rubbing, I'm just tapping it. Because if you rub it, you will definitely distort the image on the decal. I hold my finger up to where I can see it really good and check it all out. And now we're going to do some more. I did the middle nail off camera, and now we're going to do the ring finger. Push it down and try to smooth it out the best I can. Now, about this time, these decals are starting to get a little more crunchy because they've been sitting for a minute. So, definitely making sure that it's adhering to the nail is important. And I'm mushing it and pushing it and trying to make sure it's sticking. And again, I'm going to go in with that little cuticle tool and I'm going to trim around the edge the best I can. And I'm not pushing hard. I don't want you guys to think I'm pushing hard down on this. Trust me, I do not want to damage my cuticle area or my nail. None of that. Just going around it. And now we're going to go in again with the acetone and clean up and do some tap, tap, tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Tippity tap. Like a little tap dance on the nails. But I do really, really love the fluid nail art. I want to play with this so much more. I do hope to one day get into being able to use the silicone spray like WD-40 to where I could use any polishes and show you guys how that works. I've watched a ton of videos on it and I just still have not gotten it to work for me. So we're going to keep playing with it. I am loving those. I'm going to top this one with some Fast and Hard from Vibrant Vinyls and seal this manicure in. Really, really love this one though. Even with these funky, ugly colors, these pretty uglies, I love it. I think that they just look like something in nature. Being sure to cap my free edge. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I would love to hear what you think about this manicure of mine. I've got a swatch photo coming up. There we go. And that is it for today. So, until next time, be good to yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.